My coworker copied my personality to impress our boss, and it backfired spectacularly. I've been at my company for almost 4 years, long enough to understand which personalities survive here and which ones quietly disappear. I'm not loud or flashy, but I'm known for staying calm under pressure, using dry humor at the right moment, and smoothing over tension when meetings get uncomfortable. Our boss, Mark, loves that. He's big on culture fit, which basically means, don't panic, don't be arrogant, and don't make things worse when everything's already on fire. Then Lena joined the team. On paper, she was perfect, strong resume, glowing references, polished and professional. In person, she was quiet, reserved, kept to herself. I even helped train her when she started, assuming she just needed time to settle in. About 2 months later, something changed. Lena suddenly started talking like me. Same phrases. Same jokes. Same calm, measured tone. I have a habit of easing tense meetings with subtle sarcasm, nothing risky, just enough to relax the room. One day, before I could even open my mouth, Lena dropped a joke I had made word for word the week before. People laughed. Awkwardly. I told myself it was coincidence. It wasn't. She copied my posture, my pauses, even my favorite line. Let's zoom out for a second. At first, it was annoying. Then it became unsettling. Because I noticed something else. She only did this when Mark was in the room. When Mark wasn't around, Lena went back to being quiet and distant. But the moment he walked in, she transformed, confident, funny, insightful. A slightly off-brand version of me. And Mark loved it. He started praising her in meetings. I love that perspective, Lena. That's exactly the kind of thinking we need. Sometimes he'd say it while looking straight at me. I'd be lying if I said it didn't sting. Then came the big presentation. Upper management. High pressure. Real consequences. Mark asked Lena to lead a major section of it, something she'd never done alone before. I wasn't worried. She knew the data. What I didn't realize was that she didn't know when to stop performing. Midway through the presentation, an executive pushed back hard on our proposal. The room tightened instantly. This wasn't the moment for humor, it was the moment for restraint. Lena didn't read the room. She fired off one of my sarcastic lines. No laughter. The executive stared at her and said, "Is this a joke to you?" Dead silence. Lena panicked and tried again, another joke, another attempt to sound confident. That's when Mark stepped in, visibly uncomfortable, and redirected the conversation. The rest of the meeting limped to the finish line. After the meeting, Mark pulled me aside. He looked exhausted. "I didn't realize how much of the team dynamic you carry," he said quietly. "That could have gone really badly." The next week, Lena changed again, but this time, in reverse. No jokes. No confidence. No mirroring. A few days later, she asked me to get coffee. She admitted everything. She said she noticed how much respect Mark had for me and assumed that if she acted like me, she'd get the same recognition. She didn't think it was wrong, she genuinely believed personality was something you could copy, like a work strategy. I told her the truth. Confidence isn't about saying the right things. It's about knowing when to speak, and when to stay quiet. Not long after that, Lena transferred to another team. The irony? Mark trusted me even more after that incident. Not because I've won, but because he finally understood something important: authenticity can't be faked forever. And Lena learned the hard way that copying someone's personality without understanding it doesn't make you impressive, it makes you a liability.